and epic moments. Carlos and Chantel Campos. Here we are, and my epic moment today was again working out. That's why I like to talk about these things as we go and as we experience them. My epic moment today would be choosing my least favorite, or some others would say choosing your suck. What is it that sucks? And doing it anyways. Well, what do I mean by that? So we were doing some reps, and I decided not to try to ask coach, what was what was my last time we did some certain weightlifting task, and I didn't want to know what my last. Oh yeah, clean snatch. I didn't even ask her what my last max was. I just put on some weight and did it, anyways. And it was really interesting because I did way more than I did last time, just because I didn't know what I did last time. Last time we did those, I was a little bit nervous just because I've never done those before. So, but this time I was like, I'm just going to do it. But that wasn't where I chose my suck. My suck had to do with the fact that in between reps of the power clean was some kind of cardio, rowing, biking, and then running. And we had 4 different things. And then there was one thing that we had to do twice. And I will just tell you, the thing I like the least, or my suck, has to do with running. I don't like running. My wife will tell you, I love rowing. Chantel will tell you, I love rowing. I do me some rowing. I enjoy rowing. And I don't like running. But today, I made a decision to choose my suck and do my least favorite thing instead of my favorite thing of rowing. Because if you remember the last epic moment, I failed. And that's good to get to failure, right? Muscle failure. And so then this time I'm like, well, I'm going to do my least favorite thing. I'm going to do the thing that I do not like, and that's running. Choose your suck, because it'll only make you better, really. I mean, that's the reality. We get better doing the things we don't like more than we do the things we like. And I'm not saying you don't do things you like. Of course, it's a mixture. It's definitely a mixture. However, I think we live in such a cushy world these days that everyone is always choosing what's easy. Everyone's choosing, most people are choosing, what's easy, or choosing, what doesn't create pain, or where the peace is. I hear that a lot. I don't feel peace with this. It's like, well, of course you don't. You've never done this before. And that's kind of like when I was doing those snatch things. They're weird. I've never done them before. The first time I did them, I was like, okay, a little bit nervous. What am I doing here? How do I do this? This is my second time doing them. I'm like, no, I'm going to go ahead and challenge myself. But then in between on those reps, it was like, I don't want to run. Why don't I just do all the rowing? Do like rowing 3 times and the other, and then the bike twice. And I was like, nope, 200-meter run. I'm going to do it twice. And it was interesting because I looked around, nobody else chose to run. And I was like, wait, I thought coach said mix it up. Everyone stayed on the bikes and everyone stayed on the rowers. And I'm like, this is weird. Why am I the only one running? But you know what? It didn't matter. What matters is what I do, not what others do. What matters is my challenging myself. What matters is me getting better than my last best. And it's me versus me. And, I don't like running, like I said, and I did it anyways. That was huge for me today because, and by the way, on my second run, I don't know, I used to run. I used to jog in high school. It's crazy. I used to do a lot of jogging when I was younger and run long distances. I lived in central Arizona, And our school was in Thatcher, which isn't that far, but I used to run home from school. After school, I'd work out and then run home. It's weird. So that's a long ways. I think it's seriously like 5 or 6 miles. I should look it up and remind myself what I used to do. Not to be like, oh, when I was younger, I did this back in the good old days. No, it's to remind myself I got what it takes. I can do this. Now, I know I was younger back then, but still, what are we going to do to challenge ourselves? And that's what it was for me today. My epic moment was making a decision to do the thing that sucks for me. And then my next epic moment during that was like, now nobody else is out here running. So am I going to take it easy? Or am I going to push myself? And like I said about the runner's high, it's like you just sprint. And I remember my last 100 meters, or actually it was last 50 meters of the 100 meter, because I ran 200 meters. That's right. So I ran 400 meters total. And the last run was 200 meters. And when I got to the final 100 meters, I just sprinted all out. It's like, this is it. This is my final little cardio for this set of my exercise. It's finished strong. And so I did. I pushed myself and sprinted. And it felt good. I feel good today. I failed on Monday. Today's Wednesday. But today I pushed through and I did the thing that I like the least, the thing that sucks for me. And it felt good to do it and to do something that's hard and not want to do it and do it alone and then do it anyways. Because really where you're going to be successful is when you do the things that suck when no one else is watching. You do the extra reps, you do the harder work, you make those calls to clients that you don't want to do. And you're like, well, no one's watching. Nobody's going to know if I don't call them. Nobody's going to know if I don't follow up. Nobody's going to know if I don't bug them 3 or 4 or 5 times. Right. And you're not bugging them, by the way. You're going after your dreams. You're going after your goals. You're going after your best future, not theirs. They're just part of the process to get there. And you got to overcome your mind, your thoughts, your excuses, your holdups, and do it anyways. The battle is the mind. And you got what it takes. You do. You got what it takes. You got to believe. You got to believe. And if you don't believe, then maybe take a little bit of my belief today and do it anyways, like I did. Nobody's watching and nobody else was doing it. And I did it anyways. That's where you're going to find your victory today. That's where you're going to find your win. Just by doing it anyways. I love you. Bless you. We'll see you on our next episode.